Every once in a while, you meet someone who seems to have a little tighter grip on the way things are supposed to work. Maybe they have more horse sense than the rest of us. Hubert Chason is like that. He's a retired teacher, a perpetual student of nature, and he has a passion for ancient artifacts, which he pulls out of the Chipola River by the thousands.
Your real big highs in life come from achievement and from appreciation of beauty and things of that sort. You can't get it out of the bottle. You can get one, but it won't last. The lasting high comes from doing something and that you love to do, and if you can do it a little better than that other fella, you have a ball. That's the way it goes. And so with this thing, it was a fun thing. I just love that old river.
It's probably a turtle. Oh, yep, that's what it is.
I got started a little late in this, and earlier divers had picked up the larger things. You see, swift rivers have a way of sorting objects made of stone and depositing them in piles according to size. Would you believe that? There's one eddy that I can enter into 100 yards below, and I'll find very fine sand. 50 feet upriver, I may find that sand much larger. And then another 50 yards up, I may find a deposit of coarse sand, then fine pebbles, and on up till you hit fist-sized pebbles. And this is the reason the early diver got most of the large artifacts. The river has an ongoing process of processing the sand and forming deposits that range all the way from fine silt to heavy fist-sized pebbles. Well, your stone pipes will be in with those larger pebbles.
Some diver has emptied his trash right here in the landing. But it's not altogether trash. This point here looks like a throwaway, but it has been first a spear point and was used as such, and then converted to a scraper. This edge, it could have been hafted or held in the hand. This edge was used as a scraper.
I've got so many treasures. They become treasures to me. The best ones become treasures. Worth more than money. A man offered me $1,000 for one of these cheap points. One of these treasures. His money's no good. Even though I'm not rich folks. I'm poor folks, always been poor folks. But values, I place values where I want them to be. And that's the right of an individual. And these things are big with me. When I find an outstanding point, it's a high point in my life because I found this thing and I figured that it had been saved for me through hundreds and thousands of years, especially for me, see. And the napper did a good job of preparing a rare point, a very rare point. But the river added some beauty there in putting a mineral deposit on there that has colors that can be out of this world in a patina on a well-made spear point or arrowhead.
What's the story behind that one?
The story behind it is that I was searching for points, and I'd had very poor luck that day. But all of a sudden, I saw this out-of-this-world color up in a crevice, water about knee-deep. And I reached in and caught it by the nose and pulled it out. And the patina was out of this world. Colors fire me up anyway. The color on a freshly molted coral snake. The colors are so brilliant that you can't believe them.
But that's because
But this thing in broad daylight was glowing, just glowing in sunshine, glowing with a color I'll never see again, I've never seen before. But it just fired me up. I was an old man dancing around there, and my little boy, who was 12, was downriver a piece searching, and he thought that old Pappy had got on a cottonmouth, and he came hurrying up as fast as he could to see what was the matter with Pappy. Well, I turned and held that point out to that 12-year-old boy, and he started dancing and screaming. Outdoors, I've lived outdoors, and I love the outdoors, and especially love this beautiful river. And it drew me in there to fish, to swim, and when I finally got time after I got to be old folks to start searching that river for these things, I knew they were in there. I'd seen them while I was fishing. It got to be an obsession. And man alive, I have more fun in one hunt than you'll have in 5 years. One hunt, because it got that big with me, especially if I found a good one. It reached the point, well, I won't continue this, just you wouldn't believe what I'm telling you.